Welcome back to the greatest football analysis show, the show that will never stop. It'll be the end of the world. People will be in the metaverse. There'll be no more content on YouTube. And the greatest football analysis show will keep greatly analysing football.
I wanted to just see anarchy behind us, like burning buildings, people die. How can you not still be filming? And they run off and we're like, one sec, mate. Maitland-Niles was man of the match yesterday.
We've got bow and arrows to defend ourselves.
Fam, who you trying to kill, fam? One sec, bitch.
Well, as always, we have some pre-comments, so oil up the audience before we go into the football. The greatest football analysis show doesn't do a normal schedule. Sorry for coming out
on a Tuesday.
last week on a Tuesday in the morning, but it happens. I'm loving the sound quality, best football analysis show in the galaxy. But then we have, you really got to fix these sound problems outside, man. Rude sounds like a muffled man for real. Poet is clear as F. Mad love from South Africa. You lot are my fave. In South Africa, we had our local elections yesterday. I didn't know who to vote for, so I ended up writing comments under and voted for them. Slowly but surely, this great country will be very Phil. Shout out to them, man.
If you elect us, we promise to do the show live from the Pirate Stadium every week, full stadium. That's all I'm saying. Spirit of Nelson
Imagine that,
Mandela.
me and you.
Yeah.
In the Orlando Pirates Stadium. Full stadium, me and you are like, welcome back to the greatest football. And then everybody's like, wow.
It was 1-0 yesterday! Bruv, I got dreams, man.
Tuesday morning in Kenya, best upload notification I've ever received. My first ever United game is against City this weekend. I've never been more scared in my life. Ollie's redemption arc starts now. Well, it didn't. Sorry to say. So let's just go straight into that one because we were there. And to see it in real life, you know, it gave me an even deeper perspective of how poor United is in terms of the setup at the moment.
Thank you to Shivas and to Gaffer as well for allowing myself and Bruce to come down. It was
Man
sensational.
City 2-0. Big up Bernardo Silva. Absolutely incredible player. He played a ghost everywhere. He was everywhere. The way he plays is absolutely incredible. He's born with a football. You can just see it's natural. He flows like water. I was hungover watching this game, right?
I could see.
So I had a lot of theories in my head. I should maybe do it more often, but at one point I started watching the game like this. And I was like, ooh, this is an interesting angle. And then at one point I was thinking about water. And it felt like Man United were like the bottle.
Okay.
And City were the water. And City just filled them. That's what it felt like metaphorically.
Horrible.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I do. That's what's so horrible.
Like they were just in them. And United, they tried to do this like structure thing. And nah, you were a bottle of water.
Oh my
Man, you
God.
just filled you.
It's true, innit?
That's what it felt like. They were just every. Oh.
It felt like a muscle, and there was some type of disease within the muscle called Manchester City, and they were just scouring everywhere, and there was nothing in United.
They were like COVID in a body.
Yes.
Yeah, if you believe in it.
Man left a documentary, though.
This comment, though, let me just shorten it. It's a lot, though. All it needs to go, simple as that. What Ole's done is gather a group of workhouse players for 11 aside without no idea what to do. There's no structure, no plan, no spirit, no idea what to do. I bet Ole's doing something behind the scenes with Fred. How can this man start every weekend? I'm baffled. Anyway, much to the point, I've really been watching you guys since a couple of days. I totally enjoy this new thing you guys got going on where you talk about whatever you like, and even these off topics are fun to listen to. Big up from Bulgaria and take care.
Stoichkov.
Another comment about actually Sancho. The book of Sancho. Sancho leaves Man City just to being benched and wasn't getting enough football, only to leave England and prove himself in Germany, become one of the greatest young wingers in world football. He goes on to have his dreams come true and returns to England side for Man United, only for history to repeat itself, to sit on the bench again and not get game time. Sancho was released from the Matrix, only to be plugged in again.
Do you know my theory about Sancho, though?
I don't know, you know.
I wish Sancho left last season because I feel without Cristiano Ronaldo in this team, Sancho probably gets more opportunities. But because Man City were going to sign Ronaldo and then he just had to make that last-minute move to Manchester United, it probably messed up all the transfer business Man United had prepared.
True.
So, although Ronaldo is a blessing and it's fantastic for us to watch him live and all of that, there's a little bit of do you know what I'm coming from? Like an imbalance because I don't think it was a prepared signing.
The whole thing of United right now is just that it isn't organic. You know, Spec speaks about it being organic, things being organic, things flowing, like Man City flowing like water. United are just, the chemistry is off completely, man.
I think something only organic can happen once the preparation is put in there beforehand.
True.
So once you prepare a situation, you can walk away from it and go, it can organically go the way it needs to go because you have all the right things that are, in it. If you're not, and you're on it all the time, it lets you know that, you're not fully confident in the job that you're doing. And
yeah, he wasn't. And it felt even up with the wing, the wing backs and the kind of five at the back. You're meant to then be at least more, I guess, coherent. And then you have like Wan-Bissaka losing Foden in behind him all the time. The boys didn't know what they were doing. And at one point, I think this for me was like a real sense of how much I would say even the players don't trust him. And it just needs to change ASAP. Is they're 2-0 down. There was no urgency in the last 5 minutes. Like there was one point, there was 30 seconds left. And I remember, I don't know who was on the ball. They could have gone forward, but they passed back. I remember some of the audience booing. And that just, to me, isn't a sense of urgency. It's like you don't even believe when you're down, let's just try and gather a goal. It's like they were just like, you know what, we've lost this. And I get it, but...
Correct me if I'm wrong, mate, but I've seen Man United defeat Man City quite confidently at times in counter-attacking football, playing their usual formation. Now, due to a bit of trauma, they changed it to 3 at the back. And I just think if you're putting 3 at the back and this team's deciding to play no striker, that means you've got 2 men in midfield that are going to get abused. Because Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, where do you pick them up from? Where are you going to pick them up from?
I don't know, man.
The centre-backs don't know what to do with them. The centre midfielders don't know what to do with them.
Yeah. I think it's unfair to blame Fred as well. Because what is he meant to do? He's not the greatest player. Yeah, I understand, but what did he do? No one's on it. At the end of the day, look, Ole needs to go. It was a very bad appointment. The man clearly doesn't have an outright way to play. There's confusion on the pitch. I do also believe the players don't believe in him. I think part of the responsibility does go on the players. They are out there. A big responsibility goes on him and the board. I think everybody right now just needs to take onus that this is not working, but he is at that head. He is leading the team. Whenever, like, for example, I play aside, right? It's my team. I didn't turn up this week. We lost 7-1. 2 weeks ago, I didn't turn up. We lost 5-2. And all the boys were like, you know what? There's no organisation. When you're not there, no one's organising. So I can see the importance of someone there to organise.
Oh, wow.
If you've got a bad organiser, which is Ole, you've got to let him go, man. It just isn't the man, innit? And this whole respecting him as a club legend. I see in Roy Keane, even though he went in a little bit on Sky Sports this week, he was still being a bit like, I don't know. I think it's time, for him to look at himself. Bruv, you lot, Poet called it early. He's not the man for it. And that's it. And forget all this club legend stuff. I remember when Kenny Dalglish was a Liverpool manager, I was like, I don't want him here. Legend, but I don't want him to manage the club because who he's getting in, what I'm seeing, it doesn't ooze me with confidence. And I think that's just the whole English respecting, but he's a legend and give him time. Why is he getting the time?
This is what I don't understand.
You're United, bruv.
You're coaching men, not kids, men.
And also very rich and egotistical men, which understandable because you're big footballers. I get it.
Away from that, if I know Fred and McTominay are adults, and as adults they are box-to-box midfielders, and then I say to them, you've got to play this sort of DM role, and McTominay, you can be the box-to-box guy, but Fred, you've got to be the discipline guy, and you've never been the discipline guy. When you start making mistakes, I can't blame you. You have to get people that are specialists. I would never call my plumber to paint my yard. It doesn't make sense. I just think get specialists for their position and you get the right situations
manifesting. It's like blaming my chef that a parcel never got delivered.
Why have you not delivered the parcel? But I'm cooking at 6 o'clock. It makes sense. I understand where you have to mix it up, but not like that.
Nah, it's poor, man. It was just like, and the goals they conceded, it was just like an own goal, which was horrible. And then even the Bernardo goal, Luke Shaw decides not to clear the ball, doesn't judge it well. De Gea surprised that Bernardo's got to the ball, genius little flick. He pats it into his own goal. It was poor. De Gea at the end punching the wall. It's just like, this is a mess. And it's weird because me, and I guess I'm more of a neutral football fan now, I really wanted United to win. I was sort of there. And at the beginning, the first 10 minutes, the atmosphere was a brilliant atmosphere. It was very noisy.
Shout out United fans, bro. That was incredible.
They were behind their team, and I wanted United to win. And then to see them perform that badly with the talent that they do have and convincingly just get overrun by Man City, who argue, one of the greatest teams ever. But it's poor in a derby, man. You want more grit. You want more fight. To sit back like that with your 3 and 5 at the back, whatever it is, it's just
pathetic.
It's just, it's really bad.
You're basically having, this is what doesn't make any sense to me.
Really
you put 3 at the back, they've got no striker, so all you've got is bare creative players in front of you doing mad things. And how do you, it
felt like an arrow. They were playing in an arrow formation like this, like a pyramid, like that. And there was bare space on the wings for City. They were killing it on the left. So much space, they just spread it around. You just go around the arrow. It's so bloody spearheaded there's always space in and around. And then obviously with their genius midfield players who can just ghost in between the lines, you're just getting toyed with, bruv. I feel like, it feels like when I'm watching Meghan Markle and my man, Prince Harry.
I hear you, fam. You shouldn't be together.
I feel like they shouldn't, you know.
They shouldn't be together.
I watch it and I feel like he's just being picked apart still. Man City, United. Because when you see his face, I'm like, you know what?
You're out of your depth.
I think he's clocked.
You're out of your
I'm out of
depth.
my depth.
There's nothing. Do you know what, people?
Not wrong with it.
I've made mistakes in the past.
So have I,
you just got to put your hand up and say, and I think more football managers should be honest with themselves. It's difficult in the thick of it. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, to concede 5 at home to Liverpool, that 2-2 draw against Atalanta, and I understand in between that you've won 3-0 against Spurs, but it's a disjointed, no confidence Spurs side. One new gaffer comes in, a little thing, you can see some changes over there. But that performance against Manchester City was pathetic.
That's poor, man.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for me, I imagine he's a fantastic individual in Norway where he's probably very highly respected. And if you ask someone to do certain things, they'll probably do it. Like if you come to my house, I tell you to do something, you'll do it. But if I go to Manchester, I tell you to do something, you probably won't do it. I don't have that same respect there. And I just don't think he has the respect he has in Norway. So when you take a look at his performances in Norway and what he achieves, he's in his hometown.
Nah, it's different.
Man United's not his home. He just spent a decent time there and he won the Champions League game.
It's a different beast, bro. Under what regard does he even get the job? What are they seeing that we're all not seeing? I don't know. And I think it's just some blind faith that things will get better because he has good players. And that doesn't always happen, man.
You should have listened to Jose. He tried to tell you second place in Manchester United is his greatest football achievement. Greatest football achievement. And you played it down. You laughed at him. But look at you now.
Yeah, Mourinho, looking back on it now.
He was right. And you have arguably, you have a better side now than you had then. This is a stinker.
Nah, poor from United. But look,
this is a stinker.
Apparently, this morning, United players are leading a revolt against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and the club are now considering actually sacking him earlier than before. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do get it. I mean, I don't agree with revolts against managers and stuff, but bruv.
What do you mean? My brother.
No, because I think that the heads of the club should see what's going on and remove. Why do the players have to revolt, bruv?
Forget an ideal. This is life. And sometimes the man them have to say, yo, let's get together and mix it up.
Haitian Revolution against the French. You gotta just stand up, I guess.
You have to stand up for what you believe in. Yeah. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you think I hated you. I don't. I want to be. If it's up to me, I want Manny. United. Yes.
I love Manny, man. I was in Manny again. I was sick. I even blessed my insides in Old Trafford. Like I was sick inside the toilet because I was like, I out of respect.
This
is
making me sick.
This is a part of me. No. Just Manny's a part of me. So let me share myself with Manny. So a part of me has stayed in Manny and I mixed it up. The day before I had vodka and I had shots. Like mixing it up doesn't always lead to good results. And then also outside Piccadilly Station, a little grass patch. Left myself there as well. A part of me really wanted to stay in Manny. So out of respect, I vomited.
I like that.
But I love Manny, man. Manny's incredible night out. People are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, United right now, it's a calamity. City, what else do you say? Absolutely incredible squad. Should we ask the audience?
Definitely, man. What do you think? What happens now, man? 2010 was a long time ago. 11 years later, it's night and day, fam. The distance between Manchester City and Manchester United is a lot bigger than people think. When will it close? Leave a comment and let us know. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the man for the job. I was going to say something wild, and I'm keeping it to myself.
Alrighty. But I loved the fans, and the spectacle was just something else, man.
See the Stretford end?
Spectacle, yeah.
I'm standing up for them.
Yeah.
They were 2-0 down, getting outclassed, and they were singing. Stretford end, took the S out. I tan up for you.
Yeah, I have to agree. United fans, incredible.
They deserve more.
Look, I know we're at West Ham.
Yeah.
But let's go into Arsenal-Watford. You beat Watford 1-0.
We did.
And there's a couple of talking points. You lot are creeping up. Look at the table. You're only...
We're in front of Man U.
2 points behind Liverpool.
We should never be in front of Man U.
You're 4 points off top. I'm just saying. And Miner says, point lying about Smith Rowe's take. You need to play the pass option more. Stop letting these ball carrying when runners are waiting for that one pass.
Oh, it ain't lying.
Poet represents us damaged gooners. He's happy with how it's going, but knows it's not hyped up by the press, other fans. It looks good at the moment, but he's still need more times and more players. I think it's about enjoying the highs, but not being under any illusions. Keep it steady and have a nice. Okay. But you've won 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
some people say it was an unfair goal. There was a player, Danny Rose was down. You guys didn't kick it out, whatever. You ended up scoring, whatever. But are you feeling better? It feels like something's shifting a little bit, right?
What I like is we're winning games against sides that are going through bad patches and we're winning convincingly as if to say, we're not bothered. Well, my G, you're done now. We're not bothered by whatever they're doing. So, for example, Aston Villa, we spoke here on the channel. I said, I think Dean Smith is going to find it very difficult because he openly said himself he's not used to big squads. Guess what? He's been fired. Against Aston Villa, I felt I could see, wow, this is a bit of a big squad. How does he manage it without Jack Grealish? We won 3-1. Cool. Leicester City, very inconsistent this season for me. We've beat them. Watford, Claudio Ranieri, Tinkerman. You know what he's like. We've beat them. I want to see us win against a side that's doing like a West Ham.
Well, you know,
a team that's doing well.
You know who you have next week? And you could go above them. You have Liverpool away. If, let's say, you were to win,
we're not going to win that.
Into the top 4.
We're not going to win that.
Okay.
If we win that, I will do the next episode. Boxers, socks, sliders.
Yeah?
We're not winning that game. Boxers, socks, sliders.
Say nothing. Say nothing.
Maybe with a dress because it is a bit cold outside.
Yeah. We're in winter. Or the Wim Hof method, you'll be fine. But
I'll do this outside the Emirates. I promise you. We're not going to win that game.
Okay, you're not going to beat Liverpool, you're saying. But I'm just saying, if you were to, because Liverpool, they've been having a few hit and misses these days. If you were to go top 4, and you would be like probably between 4 and 2 points behind Chelsea. It is good. Better. Something's up.
It's better, but you can't let 9-10 games
cloud you're looking
2
stronger.
years of madness. It's been 9-10 games. I love the way we're being slow and steady. It looks like we're improving at the back. Ben White is looking mixed race. I love it. Gabriel, he's an angel. One brother, you're in shorts. You're really out here. I just like the way we're operating. Maitland-Niles, man of the match. 1 minute on Instagram asking to play. Next minute, Sky Sports man of the match. The turnaround, he's mixed it up. Smith Rowe, I love him. Aubameyang, what's going on? What's going on? But yeah, man.
But there's a few, you say the way things are being run. Or Josh Kroenke had an interview on TV. I know you might not be the biggest fan.
He's not the biggest fan of me.
He's not the biggest fan of you that you have told before. He looks a very interesting guy. I could imagine him also being into Scientology with Tom Hanks.
100%.
He looks a bit Scientologist, isn't it? A bit cult leaderish.
He looks like if we went to a parallel universe, he would be you, but everything you don't represent. So he looks like you to me, but he would look like the evil version of you.
The evil Vooge.
I swear down. He's like the evil Vooge.
I kind of hear you, I think he has the 8th vaccine. The 8th. Like he's in the metaverse. He's already in the metaverse.
So he has Pfizer. Where we're still on Pfizer, he's upgraded to Pfizer.
Yeah.
Okay, say no more.
He's out there. Maybe he's an alien. I think he's verging on half alien. But he had an interview on TV, extended interview. Because in the United States, we have a certain model, and we're implementing that here. And over the last 3 years, which is young players, talented players with the right mentality, let them grow together while continuing to sprinkle talent in for the squad. Eventually, it grows into something special. The power of continuity behind the scenes, people working together and pulling in the same direction, is an underrated aspect of pro sports. They also run the Denver Nuggets, who before Nikola Jokic's appointment were one of the poorer sides in the NBA. Now they're up there in the playoffs, Western Conference Finals. Are they running the club? Maybe now looking at it, okay.
No, it's 10 games.
I am just trying to be the devil's advocate of information.
I never like to do the devil's work. I just think personally for me, when you come to a country, you respect what the country does, you respect how it operates. I realize there's changes going through, but to say because you run some basketball team, football's completely different. We have relegation, we have promotion. There are fans here that genuinely care about no halftime spectacle. We just want to watch good football. And when we say, and as much as Josh can say, oh, listen to us, listen to us. No, Josh, you listen to us. The fans had to speak out before certain things was like, I spoke out 2 years ago about spend some bloody money. You told me not to come to Arsenal, but you still spent the money. I'm not asking for something that I don't feel Arsenal fans deserve. Arsenal fans deserve to see some success. They do, because you've come over here and promised us
apparently
that.
There has been loads of interest to buy Arsenal, and his bid's always coming in, and they always say no.
So if you're saying no, because at the end of the day,
said in the interview
football
as well.
this is an idealistic approach. I'm fully aware of it. Football is nothing without the people.
At all.
So if you don't please the people when you come here, don't be upset with the people. Be upset with yourself.
I saw it last time, lockdown, pandemic. I hated football without fans. I genuinely despised last year. Genuinely despised it. I could not watch football. I struggled so hard to enjoy the game.
I hear you.
Genuinely, like, if we did one more year of that, I would lose interest in football completely.
Man's watching football. It's looking like a pre-season game with
it's horrendous.
Every minute,
it's
man, are not there, and they keep trying to blame the fans. Just allow it.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know why he's done the extended interview, but for some reason, now he's come out. He's done an interview. He's kind of talking about the background, how they're running the club.
Oh, you want to do it when things are gravy? When things are bad, I better see you as well, big man.
Let's see. If things go bad, maybe we'll have another interview. But let us know.
But you know what? Before we do move on, no. Smith Rowe, well done.
Yeah, go on. Yes.
Lokong, well done, Sambi. Well done, Maitland-Niles. A man played Lacazette in number 10. Kwan. Like, this it was mixing it up. That three in the middle against man like Sissoko, captain. Do you know, I was rating it. Smith Rowe left wing, I like it. Saka right, I like them both cutting. I like
cutting
it.
in it. Cutting in wingers is my favourite. That's where I like to play. Obviously, I'm not nowhere near as good.
You're better than Smith Rowe. I've seen it. I saw the tournament on Thursday. Smith Rowe can't do the outside of the boot goal like that. You know what I'm saying, my brother? You're better than Smith Rowe. So, but Ramsdale coming in, Ben White,
looking good, man.
Tomiyasu.
It's fun.
Tavares.
It's fun. I like Tavares.
The man them are doing their thing.
It's fun. But Arsenal.
Do you know what it is?
Don't get too.
Yeah. A test of character comes when things are bad, not when things are good.
Let us know, guys. Do you think that Kroenkes are running the club okay? Now, looking at it in hindsight of Arsenal doing a little bit better, what are you expecting against the Liverpool next game as we go into a shock result? It's West Ham. The Yammers. 3-2 against Liverpool. Beowulf actually said, does anyone know why goals don't make the highlights? Take a look at NBC's highlights of the West Ham victory against Liverpool. I'm just asking. Probably because NBC might not have the rights, is what I believe. But West Ham, 3-2, with Antonio saying, all we had to do was make sure that we kept the ball away from Van Dijk. And that's what they did. They targeted the other defender's pole. That's what they were doing, apparently. And they did it. There was a long ball. There was a few corners. Klopp was complaining about the decision, saying that the keeper was fouled by the jumper. And then there was this one. Was it a red card? High boot on Robbo?
No, that when you look at it like that
I don't think it was.
Because
he hit the ball and his left leg bounced off it.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it was he didn't go like over the ball and then like over the ball, bang. He literally, he gets the ball, the ball goes and his leg deflects off the ball like that. Like an unnatural. Yeah. So
it was a weird one.
It was a weird. It's like you kind of maybe could have given a red card. I understand Klopp, but just from a neutral perspective, I think it would have been harsh because he does get the ball and his foot bounces off it. So,
listen, West Ham are a bit aggressive.
They
got a bit stuck in. But do you know what? Yeah. Liverpool are one of the best sides in the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to mix it up. You got to find out your thing. Physically, West Ham are a big side.
They are, yeah.
And I think because they were so physical, I've only watched like the 25-minute highlights. It gave players like Ian Bowen time to do his thing on the right-hand side. He was getting crazy. And Fornals, it's like they're so physical in the middle, it allows them to have space and time on the ball. It's just crazy.
No, they are.
It's crazy.
They are good. And even Tom says Daniel Kretinsky is in the London Stadium watching, which is a Czech billionaire. Apparently he's ready to take over the club. There's a lot of good prospective things happening at West Ham. And one thing I have to say, the atmosphere looked incredible. I have complained before about the atmosphere at West Ham's ground. I've been inside when they were losing, but winning, from what I saw last night.
Was it mental?
It just looked like everyone standing last 10 minutes. Like proper support in the club. The noise level. It looked incredible. And I guess that shows you when there's good results. And West Ham fans, to be honest, they are a heritage club. They have heritage fans, world famous for their history and, you know, being a bit rough and ready. And when they turn up in numbers, I think you feel it. And I've been to the old ground. They are a good fan base, man. Quite threatening, I'd say. When you go, it's quite an intimidating atmosphere.
I think there's a lot of truth in what Vuj is saying as well about the problems appearing at the top. Because David Moyes was the first man to be appointed after Saf, and man slated him. Memes galore. Dave was on him. I remember that meme of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Moving forward, it looks like he knows what the fuck he's doing. Lou Van Gaal, legend in the game. Jose Mourinho clowned, went to Spurs, look at Spurs, still a mess, went to Roma. He switched it up and mixed it up over there. You begin to wonder, are the clubs more the problems than the gaffer? Because David Moyes is doing a fantastic job.
I would say so, yeah.
They're looking like a new version of his Everton side. Physical with elements of class like a Stephen Pienaar, but Iron Bowen.
I think the problem's always, as my famous saying goes,
Go on, brother.
that the fish always smells from the head.
Souček looking like a
Fish
Fellaini.
always smells from the top. You can have issues in the other parts, the fillet, the tail, but the bad smell of the fish is always at the head. So you get it, like, yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's the problem right here, big man. This fish doesn't smell good at United, but the fish at West Ham, sea bass, it's looking amazing.
And you got Fish Island around the corner as well.
You got what?
Fish Island.
So there's a fish island around there.
Hackney Wick. Fish Island. Yeah.
It makes sense.
The
The
new blocks.
vegetarians, they're winning.
But
I
big
might
up
become vegan.
West Ham.
Yeah,
With Liverpool,
man.
though, I think I like to call that success. I call it greatness lethargy from Liverpool sometimes. When you have achieved such greatness that after a while you get a little bit lethargic. City had it a few seasons. Real Madrid had it. Barca have it. When you have such a high and Liverpool winning all that and hungry, when you've done it, it's hard to keep that level of going.
How many games Liverpool lost this season?
I believe 1.
So this was their first one.
Yeah.
Don't be reactive.
I'm not being reactive.
They weren't going to go the whole season
Against
undefeated.
Brighton, for example, they were 2-0 up, comfortable. Let Brighton back in the game. They just seemed... I didn't see Liverpool scoring. Whereas before when I watched Liverpool, I'm like, even when they're down, I'm like, they're fucking
But
going to
they
win
did
this.
score in the Brighton game.
They scored
And they did score in this
before. I said 2-0. They're up. I'm saying when Brighton came back 2-2,
Yeah.
for the whole time, Brighton looked more likely. I'm saying in terms of the energy, it's just a couple times a little bit lethargic.
I think there's transitional periods within every single season. And it's just the middle part now. It gets a bit complicated and things make sense more maybe in 10 games time.
They will.
But
they will.
after
Yeah.
this, we're in November now. Is it early November? 8th of November. Them man have lost one game.
No, I know.
So to
How much
me,
did Chelsea
there's-
lost? One as well.
I think they've lost one as well. Liverpool are still the team to beat for me. For me personally. I like sides that give me that sort of Manchester United feel of we don't need 11 stars. We need 11 committed individuals. There could be 3 or 4 stars, but guess what? We got Jordan Henderson as captain. Like, that is the type of side I like.
I hear you. Look, great side. I think with the expectations on them now, the level of expectation, they're just like a little bit below. A little.
Qualified in the Champions League game, apparently the group of death, with 2 games to go, with a convincing win against Atletico Madrid.
Let us know.
What do you think?
What do you think? Liverpool, Chris went out to show, are they just a little bit under expectations? Or just a little, couple blips, a draw, a little loss here? But
I mean, I
obviously,
think something that's bad, sorry to cut you,
Yeah.
is the next game we're going to speak about very briefly, Chelsea-Burnley. There is no excuse for Chelsea to be drawing with Burnley.
I think there is.
Go true.
But we have a comment here. Malmo nil, Chelsea 1, Burnley 1. We wish Chelsea's finished majority of our chances. We have Leicester and Man U after the international break, which is going to be very interesting to see. Chelsea dominated. Chance after chance after chance. One long ball in. Burnley, man.
Oh, what did you say? They dominated.
But Liverpool didn't dominate Brighton. They went
Irrespective
up
of that,
2-0.
it doesn't matter. After 90 minutes, the result is the result.
It does matter. The energies matter.
In that sense, I hear where
I
you're
think
coming
Chelsea's energy is just a bit more sprucey. They won it again.
from. 11 games gone. You see,
They're my team from the beginning. So I've said Chelsea at the
You
beginning.
did.
So I'm sort of staying with Chelsea.
But my thing is,
Winning the
if you're not doing the best right now, and you're 4 points off top, and you've just lost your first game, in comparison to a team
Liverpool are
that's
calm.
going mad, haven't won the league in some time, we don't know if these group of players can go and do it. I'm not going to be
The long
against
run.
it. This is the honeymoon period.
Ooh.
At the start with my last girlfriend, it was sensational.
Yeah, last
9 months down the line, I feel like I'm pregnant. It wasn't good enough. I have to move on. Mix it up. Why is that not going to happen here? I'm still not sure.
Could do. Well,
Burn.
attack it. But burn, you can feel the burn sometimes with them.
But you can feel the... Vidra. I think he's got 3 goals in 3 years. This is not good enough, Fuge.
Let us know then. Chelsea and Liverpool, the rivalry that's developing at the top. Who will go all the way to the end? Could be City as well. But if you look at that, it's a very tight top 4. Chelsea, Man City, West Ham the surprise, and Liverpool. There's 4 points in between them all.
Logan Sama, Maximum,
Big up West
Benzinga,
Ham.
Spencer, Steve.
Jack Mate, Steve. There's a couple fans.
Jack Mate. There's a couple West Ham fans. Shout out you, man.
And apparently they use this thing called "We Are Big" as a new slogan.
Oh, it is?
Their slogan is "We Are West Ham and we are big."
Benzinga, we are a big club.
That's
They
it.
are.
We are a big club.
We are a big club. Well done, West Ham.
No, congratulations.
Well
to myself,
done,
honestly.
man.
It's a good result. Got a bit lucky with going on the goals. Couple of swinging corners. Keeper could have been a foul on the keeper, but
They're doing their thing.
Origi, great goal.
Jesse Lingard, I think you made a mistake.
I think so as well. Lingard, man, go back to. But you know what? He didn't, because maybe he loves to go Manny.
The killer is
Lingard loves Manny.
Manny is better than London. How could he have made a mistake? After the 90 minutes, he's still in Manny. Jesse Lingard got it right. But come Arsenal if you want.
In other results, we had got a lot of draws. Leeds Leicester 1-1, Brighton Newcastle 1-1, Tottenham Everton 0-0. Norwich getting their, I believe, first win 2-1.
And then sacking their manager. Nasty.
For the pants, no rules. Crystal Palace 2-0 Wolves and Southampton Villa 1-0.
Big shout out though to Crystal Palace. Loving what
Go on.
Patrick Vieira is doing over there.
Yes.
Again, another confident win. Conor Gallagher, I love that boy. Cobham, they produce the best youngsters.
Cobham, yeah?
They produce the
Cobham
best
Academy.
youngsters. Everton, Tottenham, Conte, well done. Good little draw there. Newcastle.
I think I'm relegated. It's so funny. It is so
Hey,
funny
new gaffer.
and ironic that with a new gaffer, Eddie Howe, and the new Saudi ownership, they'll get relegated. It has to be, because we're entering the whole metaverse thing. They're going to be in the metaverse.
This is the reason why I'm scared though.
Yeah.
Say, for argument's sake, they get relegated.
They will.
Then they go and sign good young players on loan
Yeah.
and potentially good players, young players that don't mind spending a season in Championship because some players don't do. And then they come up with this new side, seasoned, had a season together, young, fresh. I just feel like they could be full of life because now they can just have that young side, put a couple of superstars in. It's the Premier League. Everyone wants to play over here. They got the money. Sometimes you got to take a couple steps back.
And then go, attack again. I hear it. It's like me and my hair. Always kind of fade. Now look, wow.
And now how forward are you going?
Flowing very forward. It's never getting cut.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But there's one man in the Championship. 20 goals in 17 games.
Did he score again?
Yeah. 20 in 17, and that's 17 games. There is 46 games in the Championship.
So when are we going to do the talk of him, Fuj?
Whenever, I don't think he likes interviews. I've tried.
Love it.
He's just like, yeah. He rarely does it. You try and look for a Mitrovic interview online. Just rarely exists. But Mitrovic watch, what a legend. 20 goals in 17. Got Portugal on the weekend. I'm going to try and go somehow. Portugal against Serbia. If Serbia win, they'll go to the World Cup.
Wow.
So let's see. It's the last game of the qualifiers. Vlahovic on form, Mitrovic on form, Tadic playing well. Is it a time for finally a big Serbia win? Because it never happens. So international break. Let's try and break it up.
I like the way it's sounding over there.
But let's end on the metaverse. Talk about the metaverse.
Before you get there, let's just talk about some other football in Europe,
Yeah,
though.
go on.
Man like Inter Milan.
1-1.
Is it Hakan
Crazy
scoring
game.
against his former club and then doing this?
Oh,
Disrespect.
quite cheeky.
Disrespect.
It's like us going in front of Copenhagen and being like,
No, I wouldn't do that, man.
for the banter. We should film in front of Copenhagen once.
I don't mind doing that. That's just for banter
And then,
purposes.
because there's absolutely no rules, we should just go into the studio and rent it out.
And Timsy comes.
But where are the rules, man? Why not?
I want to shout out Maitland-Niles for his man in the match. I'm really, really happy with that.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta, interesting fact.
What?
After 100 games,
Yeah.
he has the second most wins in the history of every single manager, including Arsene Wenger. 53 wins after his first 100 games. I'm just throwing certain things out there. You lot make of it whatever you want.
Scientology.
That's my contributions for today. Visual close.
Yeah, man. I think end there. I don't know. I mean, I was going to talk about the metaverse a little bit. You know, new
Met.
Facebook. The Met. Put your VR glasses on, go into the metaverse.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, metaverse is VR. They've changed the name to Meta, so they're all. And apparently, you go in and you pick your character, and you're this character, and everybody's characters, and you're sitting you can link up with your brethren in the metaverse. I do not like that.
I think for a bit of fun,
At all.
everyone, let's go and have a bit of fun. Let's not take it too serious, but don't go into the metaverse, aka the Matrix, if you don't know how to function out here. Because if you get lost in here and then you run out of battery on your headphones, what do you do after that? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Wild. But I think it's going to be an absolute tragedy when the world does end up fully going that way. But it is what it is. I'll leave you with this theory that I actually found by this guy called Debord. Talks about the degradation of human life. Very, very interesting. I'm just going to leave it as a statement. Because he says, all that once was directly lived has become mere representation. And then he says, the board argues that the history of social life can be understood as the decline of being into having, and having into merely appearing. So he went from being to having things to now just appearing. Oh, wild.
It's like my father says, you've got two options in life. Come through, my brother, man. Like Drizzy Drake. It's track 14. Coming out of my way when I shoot away.
I felt, the most analytical show we've done in a while.
People, I was just going to close it with this. Live, don't exist. Live.
Live, don't exist. I like it. Have a nice.